Hey everyone, my name is Josh. I am sure you got that from the name of the channel, Pokemon_Josh, JAWSH. Instagram's the same if you want to throw a follow. And if you like this, I'll feel cool. If you want to subscribe, I'll feel badass actually. But maybe hold off on that like till you get to the end of this, since this is my first video ever. Never posted anything on anything. But the other day on my Instagram story, it's been bobbing around my head to maybe throw out some insight that's it's not negative, but it's not. I'm going to share some stories on where I've messed up. Hopefully that can help even one or two of you go, hey, one, I'm not alone. We both made this mistake. Or hopefully catch someone prior to them getting into that mindset of investing into something. Maybe something I can offer you before you make that decision that'll save you financially, so you don't have a burden, or you stay on the right path. So I guess, where do I start? Jeez. I guess start with the story where I messed up, right? And just was throwing that out. Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes. I came in the hobby, like most people, right around in March. Right when the lockdown happened, I got surgery the next day, so it was kind of a blessing in disguise. I was bedridden for 2 weeks, so I just binged SM Prep videos. Scott, thanks for the knowledge. And then just started getting aggressive. Obviously, the market was getting crazy, so it was easier to make money because it was so volatile that it was just kind of almost anything you bought was going up. I think it was May or June. I saw a lot of hype on Hidden Fates. Hey, invest in Hidden Fates. It's the best set. It's got this. I didn't know what the hell Hidden Fates was. I just was like, oh, these are cool, because I didn't have any modern cards. So I bought 4 Elite Trainer boxes, ranging between 160 to probably 180, right around there. So let's just say $170, 4 boxes. I think they cranked up to like 220, 230. I was like, oh, this is sick. But I'm a collector. I'm a nerd. My game's not really flipping. So I sat on them. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Hopefully they go up even more over time. Right now I'm going to be sitting on them, or maybe I'll flip them if they get to 250. Well, that didn't work out, did it? It's now they're down. They're reprinting it. I think it's 100 to 130. I don't know what MSRP is. I'm not a guy. I'm too lazy to go hunt down at Target. But that didn't work. So let's say MSRP is $100. Now I got $280 thrown in the trash. If I were to sell them, I have additional costs. Obviously, fees on top of that. I got to ship it. That's a huge loss. It's a huge loss. I don't think a lot of people can afford that in the general community. Obviously, we talk about people with a ton of money in this hobby. Dude, $300 to anyone should be a number you don't want to fuck around with, really. Because if you start doing that too often, you're going to be in some serious debt. And what I learned from it was, let me think about how it would work as a company. My background, I've helped run a company for over 10 years, and it's been enjoyable, and it offers me a little more insight into how businesses work. And if you think of how Pokemon would work, going back into my kind of Hidden Fates thing, you don't know when they're going to reprint stuff. Pokemon Go caused a huge surge back into the hobby, and with that you have a ton of people in a company that clearly understands who it's selling to, how much it's going to sell, all this stuff. And they can keep reprinting. You don't know when they're going to stop reprinting. I didn't think of that. I didn't even understand it. Just kind of thought it was like the original base set. You're going to print a set. Maybe they have a couple runs while it's still going, and then it's done, right? So I was kind of thinking Hidden Fates is out. They could keep reprinting. They can print whenever they want. They said Evolution's out of print. You don't know. If you're a company, what you're going to do when you have more demand is to print more stuff so you can get more sales. That's how you grow the company. Obviously, most of us know, I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir to most of us, but these YouTube channels are saying, hey, invest into modern product. A Vivid Voltage or Champion's Path is still good. It's got the Charizard. It's kind of a dumbass investment. You gotta imagine there's so many fucking cards out there. Probably this year especially. Probably later in this year. Maybe Sword and Shield, the original set, is pretty scarce in comparison, because there was less people buying. I know there was a ton of them. And I'm still saying I wouldn't recommend investing necessarily in modern product. But that one's going to have a smaller print run, I would imagine, than Vivid Voltage, when it's had 9 months of Surgency just cruising through with all this modern product, so they know there's way more demand. Let's just print more of it. So if you're gonna pay $120, even $100 for a Vivid Volt, 120 I think is what a Vivid Voltage box is, booster box. You have to wait forever. Hidden Fates, they're gonna print a ton of them. Who knows when I'm gonna get my $300 back? Who knows if I ever will? Who knows? It could go down. This market could go down where people lose interest, like they did after Pokemon Go. It went up and then it kind of starts to plateau. Modern could just keep rolling. So that's what I learned, was to think of how the company would work from a business standpoint rather than your investment. If you're buying a bunch of new shit, you have to imagine there's so many cards out there, especially of the ones everyone's going for. I think Champion's Path, for instance, if you look up the PSA report, I think Champion's Path, the secret rare Charizard, has like 2,400 PSA 10s. That's 5 months. So people are just expediting those Charizards. It's not rare at all. I know it's got demand. It's got the demand. It's cool. The demand changes. They're already going down. It's going to fucking go down because there's so many of them printed. Vivid Voltage, the Pikachu, my recommendation to anyone doing it is it's not really the investment one. If you're going to go modern product, my personal recommendation would be to think of, listen to the channels and listen to kind of the parts where they give the insight on, hey, if it's a brand new set, you would, and you can get it for MSRP, I'd be like, you're probably gonna make some money, especially in this market still, because you're going to buy it. If you're gonna open it, you better know what the hell the cards are that are competitive are, because you're gonna be able to sell those fast. Those won't be, I doubt those will be worth grading. And then you're gonna try and get those cards, and you're gonna have to do what everyone does, and you're gonna have to flip if you get the Charizard, you gotta grade it, pay for the expedite, get that thing back, and sell it if you want to make maximum profit. If you're in here for business, that's what I'm saying. I'm a collector, but you can get the knowledge I'm trying to put across, right? And if you're gonna get the Shining Fates box and you can get it for MSRP, you're gonna do great in this market because you can flip it quickly on eBay. Let's say you sell for $100, you're gonna make good cash, right? But let's say you buy it for 50, you got it for MSRP, and it drops down to 70 bucks. Okay, so this gets us to the idea of, this is just a quick buying and selling tip that I had to learn because I never sold anything on eBay. I was a guy who bought like random shit. I'm like, oh, dude, the Vegeta statue, buy it. Random Pokemon card here and there, buy it just because I thought they were cool. Probably bought like 1 to 2 cards a year, maybe a couple packs. If a couple buddies and I got excited, wanted a little nostalgia trip at work, let's open some shit. But we didn't know what to do. I opened some packs, threw the cards in a cardboard box, and was like, all right, that was fun. When you're selling stuff, let's just say you get it for MSRP, you hold on to those shining boxes. Like I said, you can flip them, you can do that stuff, you got to flip. That's the time when it's successful. But I understand there's a lot of additional costs to buying and selling these cards. Let's say you buy them off of eBay for $50, or you get them at MSRP, $50. Sell them for $100, you're gonna make a good chunk of cash. But if they go down to $70, now you got to make 10% is eBay. Then you got 3% for PayPal. Always round up to 5%, just so I play it safe. 15%, and then you have shipping on top of that. So let's say you're at $70. What does that come out to be? You took off like $10. Let's just round. That's an easy number to understand. Now you're playing with $10. Now you have shipping. So now you're probably gonna be playing with about $5. You have to understand that. You're going to be playing with little dollars. So if you hold on to that Shining Fates and it does drop, like Champion's Path was kicking ass, and now it's dropped down, you're going to be playing with very small dollar amounts. And people need to understand that's what happens. So you can roll with it, but at the same time, everyone should also understand you're going to play short term probably right now with a very volatile market. You should never expect something to buy at MSRP for $50 and to sell consistently for double the cost on eBay. That won't last forever. It's just not going to. People are going to have enough of this shit and be like, yo, I can't. They're going to learn what I learned, or the way I learned, I guess. Hey, I made this mistake and I'm cutting my losses and I'm out. So when enough people cut their losses, it's going to start to mellow back out. And then you're going to have people where you're like, oh, I can flip it I'll sell for $65. Well, you're playing with no money. You're not making any cash. You're just wasting your fucking time. And my last tip would be, if you're investing, like I said, with the hidden stuff or hidden fates or any modern product is just, it's saturated. People don't understand it. It's exciting. Newer people, I don't understand how many newer kids or the newer generation are into this. Obviously, I was a nerd in second grade I was trading food for a Pokemon card because my parents didn't have any cash when I was little. So it's kind of a, like, I just got a smile on my face right now with a little memory because you're like, I didn't have any cash. So I remember seeing a kid with a Pikachu and like a Charmander. I was like, dude, that thing is sick. So I remember you get mom pack you lunch and I try and trade food for Pokemon cards. Then got Pikachu and just stare at it. It's like a little weirdo. I probably at the corner. I'm sure kids kept their kids away from, our parents kept their kids away from me. But that's all I remember. I don't know who's coming in now, but if you're going to come in, you're looking to invest would be to find something rare. Find something no one's looking for. If you want to learn from the pros of this hobby, I would go to look at what they did. Oh, you were ahead. Do you buy it from some special place? No, you don't buy shit from some special place. Everyone has the same access. It's the internet. Everything's so accessible now that there's no trick. What they do is they don't follow the trend. You look for an area where people haven't found. So, like, my tip, I'm just going to give my recommendation, would be to go on Google and type in Pokemon sets 2015 and before. And just look up shit. Like me, I'm on a weird little trip with Japanese promos. Exclusive promos. I like it with more than 2 Pokemon on it. I like the gray ones because they think they look cool, but they look special. And I don't know what their release is about. I can't read Japanese. But to me, there's going to be way less people doing that than everyone going towards all this modern product. And when people do catch on to these patterns and like, hey, this is how the business would work, there's obviously a shit ton of this stuff out there, it's probably going to change eyes. More people get educated. It's been 9 months. Obviously, it took me 9-10 months to make a fucking video to help some people out. Hopefully, I help someone out. And I know a lot of people are behind me. A lot of people are behind me. So hopefully I can, catch someone before they make the mistake. Hopefully this offers some knowledge. It would be greatly appreciated if you have any recommendations for me. You can critique me. I don't give a shit. I'm not that sensitive. Throw it in the comments or just, hey, let's hear it. Josh, I want to hear another area you fucked up. I got more stories. So thank you all for taking your time to listen to this video. I know it's supposed to say like in the beginning, like and subscribe if you think it's worth your time. And I hope everyone has a kick-ass weekend. Thanks.